All right, Shalom. I'm going to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings unto the elect of Yahshua, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And blessings and salutations unto you, Akim, out there enduring this truth across the four corners of the earth. Looking forward to the downfall and destruction of Babylon, also known as America today, as well as you men, women, and children that follow, and those who might look like the other nations but are of the nation of Israel by blood on your father's side. And I don't know exactly what this title would be, but it definitely wouldn't be close to the title of the article, which I'll leave in the description box for you to click on if you want to take and read the whole thing. But in the article, the title, it says thousands lined up for Elon Musk Neuralink or something to that effect. So, I wanted to read the article, and I just pretty much got a couple points out of it. Now the 1,000 that they're talking about is one of their representatives said thousands of people show interest in the Neuralink, but they're still looking for their first volunteer, So let me go ahead and get it to it. It says Neuralink, which Musk co-founded in 2016, has yet to implant its device in a human, but aims to operate on 11 people next year and over 22,000 by 2030, according to Vance, who said he visited the company's facility 10 times over the course of 3 years. I believe that's the representative. I had to go to the full article, to be 100% sure. But it says, earlier this year, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration gave Neuralink approval to launch human trials of its device, which Musk has described as a Fitbit in your skull. The FDA had previously rejected Neuralink's bid for human testing in March, right now, and then the FDA came and approved it in May, just 2 months later. It says Reuters reported citing safety concerns, including that the wires connected to the brain chip could move around within a subject's head, or that the chip could potentially overheat. And that's one thing that I was thinking about, because our phones do the same thing. They overheat, or they get to the point where they just freeze up or stop working, So they haven't even perfected the technology that's not within our bodies, yet here they are trying to put technology within our bodies. It says in September, the company began recruiting for its very first human trial. Neuralink said in a blog post that it was looking for people who had paralysis in all 4 limbs due to a spinal cord injury or ALS. The company eventually hopes to make a device, and that ALS is a disease dealing with your neurons within your body, which will allow your body to move. Is, your brain telling your neurons to what to do, so to speak. It says that, I'm not going to act like I'm super into it. I had, just looked it up real quick, but I do plan to get, just look into it a little bit more, just for time's sake. I had jumped into the lesson. It says the company eventually hopes to make a device that would create a sort of symbiosis between humans and machines and would allow people to send messages or play games using only their thoughts. But first, the company aims to help people with neurological disorders. And as you can see, they're bringing a fun way about it. Yeah, you can play games, send messages, and, things of that with just your thoughts. But it's like, well, first we want to help people who can't move. We want to, so it's almost grafting you in by way of help, because people, you just like, hey, you want to play games with just your thoughts. A couple people might sign up for it, so to speak. But if you can help a loved one, get their feeling back or their legs back, then it just will give you it'll give you more reason to follow through with it. All right. So going to the next part of the article, it says Neuralink has done 155 implantation surgeries using the robot on a variety of animal test subjects, including pigs and monkeys, Vance wrote. But in typical Musk fashion, the billionaire has continued to push for the robot to move faster, as well as for the surgery to be performed without human help. So he's showing you he wants the robot to do the surgery even faster. I believe they said it takes a couple of hours to, you know, pretty much cut your head open and everything. About a couple hours, and then 25 minutes for the robot to put the implant within you, which you can see that within the article as well. So, but he wants the robot to move even faster than that, you know. Of course, the faster you move, the faster, the more people you can assist, so to speak. It's, as well as the other companies that he's competing against. I believe it's 2 other companies, and I don't know for sure. Like I said, if whatever is not in my screenshots is within the article itself. It says, but in typical Musk fashion, the billionaire has continued to push for the robot to move faster, as well for the surgery to be performed without human help. So he just wanted to be 100% on the robots. And as you can see, that's exactly what this place is going towards, is just robots pretty much doing what humans normally would do. All right. And you can see that throughout various movies. You know, I remember an old Disney movie called Smart House, and this house could just pretty much do everything. You know, you wanted some food, it can just create the food for you. It'll check the mail for you, you know, whatever. It clean itself, and it all was off AI technology. And this is when I was like, maybe 12, 13. So you're talking about at least 20 years ago, somewhere around there. You know, so they've been on pushing this, you know, this AI technology and this implantable, you know, CHIP. All right. It says the biographer said Musk has pointed to the need to combat competition from other brain computer startups like Synchron and Onward, which have already begun human trials. So that's why he's trying to have it to where his robots and his process is more efficient, because you're always going to have competition out there, you know. Whether you're the first or the last, it's always going to be a competition, especially within dealing with technology. It says they are currently kicking our ass, Musk said, after Synchron implanted its first device in a U.S. patient in July 2022. In December 2021, one of Synchron's patients in Australia was the first person to send a tweet using only his thoughts. So, hey, I'm pretty sure people would be signed up. I'm cool with the device that I have in my hand. I'll just continue to use this. I don't need to send any messages with my thoughts, play games with my thoughts, because if you think about it, you have a computer. People do what with those? They cyber hack them. They jailbreak iPhones and laptops and so on and so forth. So what's the difference between some technology being implanted in you? You know, you might go to sleep one day and then wake up a complete robot, in a sense, you know, doing things that you don't even want to do. The movie Gamer, you know, in that movie Gamer, they had humans controlling other humans through a game, right? So, and then the main guy, who was the head of the game, he can control whoever he wanted, you know, anybody within the game. So he basically had like the master key, if you will. All right. So it says the billionaire has also warned that Neuralink needs to pick up its pace, like the world is ending, to keep up with AI and the possibility of an AI being that wouldn't be friendly to humans, Vance wrote. So he's trying to pick up the pace as if the world is ending. Well, guess what? The world is ending, man. Pursuing the second Ezra 6 and 9. You know, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is it that followeth, man. All right. So let me grab this precept real quick, and we'll end it on this. I'll get the other one. best believe it's gonna, news is gonna continue to come out about it, and they're gonna continue to try to advance it because this is all written within prophecy, man. Meaning what? It has to happen. Call them back. Call her back. Just call her back for me.
All right.
This is Revelations 13 and 16. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, of course, as we've been bringing out more and more, we know that this is the mark of the beast, man. Once you get into prophecy and get into reading the book of Revelations, which some camps believe that it's other things, but YAHAWASHI is showing, all right, that it's leading closer and closer to what it is. Now, if you can't see it, you just can't see it, But eventually it will happen because it's written in prophecy. So he's going to cause them to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, as you have people who have the CHIPs in their hands, and then they're now working on brain implants as well. All right. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So that's what it's going to come down to, is you having that mark. That's how you're going to be able to function through society. That's why they're constantly having cyber attacks and with your problems with your bank and identity crisis, people stealing identities and stealing your social security and signing up for this. You get them texts or them calls. Hey, was you in New Jersey trying to buy an airplane or something like that, So basically it's going to come in a sense of security. All right. It's going to come in a sense of help and to your benefit. But the scriptures is telling you that you ain't supposed to take it, man. You ain't supposed to be taken, or you'll be put to death. And Salakia for the whole stammering and this and that. I had to get this lesson out. And I was driving a little bit while doing it, also waiting on my son. So, but yeah, nonetheless, it's all pointing towards the mark of the beast being the RFID chip, and it's all showing, YAHAWASHI is showing that we are at the end of this place, man. Because this is part of that prophecy, as well as the third world's war that he got brewing over in the Middle East, So things are happening, and prophecy is coming about. Hey, and the end is near, and Lord willing, we can endure unto the end. All right. Hey, so with that, Lord willing, you was edified. And once again, I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, HAWASHINAWA, which means deliver us.